So last video, we created a dropdown that allows a user to select a menu category. And we made it into a controlled select so that the user can select specials or bakery or coffee or whatever, right? We also have this props right here with the menu that I didn't realize this would have been a lot easier if you could see this. So I apologize. I know, Luciano, you pointed that out. If you could see this menu, it would be a lot easier for you to figure out, but you also have it up in your code somewhere, right? So what we want to be able to do is whenever the user selects coffee, they should be able to see all of these menu items. So Lucy, you got pretty close, right? No, not at all. I think you did pretty close. I think you got pretty close. The first part you did, I think, was brilliant. And so let's start with that first. Is that cool? Great. So this class method, render menu item select. What it should do is we should first grab whatever the user has selected. So we should grab this menu value item right here from the this.state. And this is what you did, Lucy. How'd you do it? You destructured it? Perfect. And so the part you didn't do, I'm going to do for you. But what Lucy did is he said const menu value is equal to this.state. Right? So he destructured the state object and he grabbed the menu value key out of it. Now what that will do is it will say that's probably equal to none when you start off, right? And so what I want you to do, Lucy, is you say if the menu value is equal to none, then just return null. And what that does, and I never taught you this, so I don't expect you to understand it. But what it does is it says if the menu value is null, don't render anything. And that's actually, it's cool because then this will render nothing when it's null. Now watch this. I'm going to come back here. We're going to save it. And when it's null right here, or when the coffee menu or the input menu value, is none, it renders nothing. So when I click coffee, what I want it to do is I want it to render something new here. And here's how we do that. Inside the render menu item select, we say, and now if the menu value is like coffee, all we need to do is we need to grab it. We need to say const items is equal to this.props.menu, and then we need to give it the key, right? Because this.props.menu has 3 keys. And we said that whatever the menu value is, that is equal to the key of the stuff we want to get. So if we say this.props.menu.coffee, we'll get all the coffee items. If we say this.props.menu.bakery or specials, we should get all those items. And that's the best part. Because then we can just take the menu value and use it here, and we can get all of the items for whatever we're looking for. And then the rest of this is just normal. It's just the stuff we did before, where we say return. And we create a select. And then the select should have a value equal to, we need to add something to the state, huh? What should we call it? Menu item value. Cool. And that menu item value should be equal to none. Let's start off with none. And let's do the same thing. We'll say select value equals this.state.menu item value. Good. Yes, I agree. And what else do we need? An onChange handler. Yes, onChange is equal to this.onMenu item selected. Woo! Oh my. Do we have an onMenu item selected? No, we have an onMenu selected. Let's do the same thing with onMenu item. OnMenu item selected is equal to an event. Well, it's a method that takes in an event and it calls this.setState and it gives it an object where it changes only the menu item value to whatever the event.target.value is. Now, you see how I keep writing the same thing here for all this stuff, and we're not even using the handle input change anymore. That's kind of funny. I can get rid of that. But you see how we're doing, let me make this a little smaller so you can see the whole thing. You see how for each of these we're doing the same thing? Another cool thing you can do is for this event, see how we're using event.target.value? We can destructure the event right here. And we say, hey, I only want the target. And then I don't have to say event every time. like this. And that's actually another easy way to do this. I do this all the time. Forget that. We don't need the event. We just need the target. So it's destructuring the event into an object, and we only want the key target from the event. And then we just take the target value and we set the state and we save it. And then we just need to add the options, right? Now this gets a little long. I like to do this sometimes because it's just easier to read for me. And then inside the select, what do we want to do? You guys remember how to do this? Good. So what do we start with? What's the first thing we start? What do we do up here? Option. You know what? You're right. We probably should give this a value equal to none, right? That's probably a smart way to do it. That's cool. I'm absolutely fine with that. Yes. Let's do the same thing here. Let's just copy it. But instead of saying select menu, what should we say? Great. Select. Yeah, you could say select menu. I'm just going to go with select item because they know at this point it's a menu, right? And so then below that, we need to do the same thing we've done a bunch of times now. We need to take all these items, we map over them, and we take each item. And in this case, I don't even need the index. I know. Yep. We don't actually need it, and I'll show you why. You ready? We're going to take each item, and we're going to return an option where the value is equal to the item.name. Because remember, in our menu, oh, here, I'll come down here. In our menu, if you look at the menu, it has, if we are coffee, each one has a name and a price. So the name is going to be unique to each thing. So we don't actually need the index. We can just take the name and use that as our key. Cool, right? And another thing we could do is we could come in here, we could give each of these in the menu, we could give each one an ID if we really want to. We could say ID 1. And then just, oh, here, I'm going to do this special. This is a really nice thing in Cloud9. You can just click, what's it, option, I think, drag down and say ID is 1. And then go to each one and change it from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7. And give each of these its own unique ID, and you can use that instead. That's actually an even better way to do it. And then you could say 9. And then this one's going to be 10, 11. And we could give all of these IDs too. You know, honestly, I'm going to get rid of specials because I don't actually want to deal with them. Because I didn't even do that very well, and our coffee shop is going to be simple. So I'm getting rid of all the specials. Sorry for making you type it before. I apologize. Don't hate me forever. Or do, whatever. It's your choice. So if I do that, I can now just take each of these menu items, and I can make the key equal to the item.id. Cool? And that's the option. There's my option. And then inside the option, I'm going to say item.name. Oops. Yeah, I know I like to do this. It's just, there's a lot of things about aesthetics of coding that I like how pretty it looks. And people look at me and tell me I'm weird, and that's just life. Item.price.toFixed. So it's only 2 decimal places. And call it. Okay. We've done so much stuff here. You're probably done with me, I'm guessing. Uh-oh, did I mess something up? I absolutely messed something up, but I don't know where. Oh, forgot to, yeah, thank you. Forgot to close this option. Great. So hit save. Dang, that's long. It's a lot, right? Hit save. Go to your React app. Does it work? Okay, cool, it's connecting. That sounds nice. Check the main. Everything seems normal here. Let's set it to coffee. Bam. Oh, look at that. A new thing popped up. And it's all the items. Cool. And it changes itself. Espresso. This is everything. This is life. And honestly, I would probably just want to use the ID here as menu item value. But at this point, that's just magical. It looks good. It works. I'm so happy. And it conditionally renders depending on if the user has selected something. So that's all for now. Let's go to the next one.